Hi, welcome to Atisi. Atisi is going to be helping you grow your TikTok channel as quick as possible. Are you having problems like literally growing from 0 to at least 100 followers, let alone 1,000 followers? Well, I'm here to help you reach that goal. If you're thinking about starting a TikTok channel, the first thing that you need to understand is what content are you going to be producing onto your mobile phone, that is. Unless you're going to be doing it professionally or kind of semi-professionally using Adobe like RU or Adobe Premiere Pro. TikTok has loads of tools to make sure that your content stands out from the crowd, but it just takes a bit of creativity. Have you got that creativity in you to be able to do these videos so they stand out amongst the crowd? Because it's just like Instagram, it's completely saturated now. On this channel we'll be also discussing how we can show you get to one step closer to the next step and the next step after that. Because the next step that you really want to be getting into is raising up to 10,000 followers and also having over 100,000 hours of videos. Because once you got that, then you can start getting paid. Then you can start getting paid by the Creator Fund from TikTok. But did you know there's also a step before that you have to complete before you even get to that step to obviously start making money through TikTok? What tools do you need? If you think that you need a very expensive phone, you do not need a very expensive phone. This is where the creativity comes from. Just basically have a look on the internet. I will set out some subcategories down there. You can check out some websites and then you can get inspirational from that. And then basically you do your own research and get more inspirational. And then when you get more inspirational, this means that you can start to do your own creative imaginary stuff and then obviously put it to work. That means that getting your phone out, trying to do different angles. But as I was going to go and say, the phones don't make much of a difference anymore. You can use professional cameras, or you can use cinema cameras, or just like a bog standard phone that's 720p. If it's going to be very good, that the content you're going to come with, it's going to be pretty simple, that people's attention spans are going to be hooked on your content. So basically 1920 by 1080 resolution on standard phones, which is the day-to-day sort of phone that you use, and it's in your pocket. It's so simple. You can get this phone out and you can start recording straight away. The first thing that I would do is basically find out what content that you want to create and stay with that content, because it makes it a lot easier for the algorithm to work around your content. If you start, say, doing cameras and you're talking about cameras and reviews, and then all of a sudden you're going on holiday and you're talking about holiday experiences, and then you're talking about how lighting works and stuff like that, it starts to get a bit confusing for the algorithm and then you don't get as many views. Start with the most content that is more applicable to you, what you feel comfortable with, but also do at least 10 TikToks, but do them every hour after the hour, because when you do that, then it's more spaced out and you can see what's gaining traffic and what's not gaining traffic. TikTok normally helps you if you've got kind of unique content. It will help you get out there for your first start of your first 30 videos, and then you're kind of on your own and you've got to kind of work the algorithm. But if you stick to the same content, this will actually improve and you'll start to see an upgrowth. Now the difference with the algorithm is sometimes it chooses whether to use no hashtags or hashtags. We're going to be like talking about this in the next video about that, because it's a little bit more that we can delve into and understand what hashtags are and what hashtags to use. That is the problem. What hashtags to use or not use hashtags. In your bio, you need to literally put in what your channel's about. So that means that any followers or any stragglers come along on the way, they know what your content's about. And if your content's about, say, cameras and reviewing cameras, make sure it's about cameras and reviewing cameras. You can think outside the box by doing landscape photos and talking a bit about aperture and ISO. It's kind of relevant to cameras, but that's getting more specific and individual as well. Here's one tip why TikTok is so good and actually outdoing YouTube and Instagram and all the social medias that you can think of, is the fact that you can take your phone out and you can start recording straight away, and it doesn't have to look professional. But just like YouTube used to be, you can have a webcam that was 720p and then all the way up to 1080p, which was quite famous back then, and now we're talking about 8K. And comparing to like good quality like visuals that you're seeing on the screen is what I think is going to be happening to kind of TikTok very soon. I believe going into 2022 is that the visual representation of your quality, of your niche, of your content is basically going to start to be picked up by other people that thought TikTok was just for kids, and notice that they can get their views a little bit more than what they can on a highly saturated Instagram, which is just for posts. Obviously Instagram is improving itself with Instagram Reels, where you can get views on that, but you have to get the right hashtags and keywords, which we're going to talk about in the next video. video. So stay tuned for that, and obviously subscribe to Atisi, and I hope to be helping you more. Leave your comments down below so we can obviously chat more about what you want to see next on the channel. But we're going to be doing videos as quick as possible because the algorithm changes very quickly with TikTok and Instagram and every other social media.